Now watch me hit this drive.
Clear out the room, I'm coming through, they wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill, I'm on a paper route. Extra think about it, I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit, yeah, I put that on mamas. They tryna block all my blessings, they thought I lost for stepping. I bet on me and my team, ISO is what I'm repping. Put on for the whole city, yeah, I got them rocking with me. I bet on me and my team, ISO is what I'm repping.
Sending emojis, I'm blowing a pack of that OG. Don't be acting like you know me, and if you did, that's the old me. Winter time, rock a cold fleece, pocket fat, that's OB. So I'm talking money if it's increased. She give me brain, girl, no teeth. I touch down, bust down. She busted open for a real nigga.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, the Managerial Alchemist channel, a channel that has little Geneva Convention oversight that breaks a lot of the humanitarian laws, but we get the job done, all right? We get the freaking job done, and that's all that matters. We get the outcomes. Now, today we are going over something a little bit, well, you know what? It's for the hardcore gun guy crowd because we're going over the new Haley Strategic Incog. The reason why is because, well, I'm a big firearms nerd and I love this sort of topic. Now, this may not be interesting to you, but to me personally, I have a nostalgia connected to the Incog series of holsters, and we'll go over that in a second once I finish out this magazine. Got Oh, that was a bad draw. Gentlemen, this video is sponsored by Americana Pipe Dream Apparel, fantastic young Zoomers making their name in the milsurf space. I actually love these guys a lot, and I sincerely mean that. They are fantastic young men doing the Lord's work. I think they are selling night vision as of recently, but they always send me a bunch of cool stuff, such as cowboy hats, warm fuzzy shorts, and M81, I think it was M81. Omani DPM. These guys, it's like they have it all, man. I love them dearly and I think they're great, and so should you. You should love them and think they're great as well. Gonna be a link for them down in the description down below. Go show them some love. Let them know I sent you when you fill out those order notes. Make sure you ask them for a hug and a kiss. I know they'll definitely like that. So a big thank you to Americana Pipe Dream. Okay, now let's get back to the Incog X. Sometimes when I talk and shoot, it reminds me of George W. Bush when he was like, rest assured, we will find those responsible for this act of terror. Now watch me hit this drive. That's what it feels like. I love the fact that I'm wearing like G3 combat pants, but I'm carrying concealed. Everyone's like, yeah, that guy's probably got a gun on him. Woo! It's kind of high in the slide, and that last one startled me. All right. Show me your hands. All right, so we have a litany of holsters going on here for comparison and contrasting. So we got an LAS, we have a T-Rex arms, we have the old school Incog, which is why I am nostalgic to the current Incog. And we have the new Incog, the star of the show. I just did a EDC video, so this will feel kind of like deja vu for me, but holsters are important, guys. A holster to a handgun. What is a man without a home? So that's kind of how I see it. So I feel like I'm shouting into the void with my earplugs in. What? It's 1,000 degrees out still. Incog X from Haley Strategic. This is gonna be a review in the sense of the end consumer, and I will give you what I like about what I don't like. So I do like Haley Strategic. I like Travis Haley. I can do a mean Travis Haley impersonation. Watch this. All right, so we got the new Incog with our partners with Safariland. Now, why do we rock a holster? Why do we do what we do? Well, I thought that was pretty good. I still stand by it. So, the holster itself and the gun. So I've been rocking it with the TLR7A, and then it's got the acro cut, and that's how I've been generally rocking this gun, and then I've got the side saddle. So the exterior of the gun has that nice little felt thing, kind of like the old Incog, and I like this. I like this a lot. The holster also looks rather aesthetically pleasing. So it's probably one of the best looking holsters that I have now. The Relationship guys, they just sent it to me for free, but this thing does look great. It has a lot of good look to it. It kind of reminds me like a spaceship. I'm 12. So it looks really good. It feels good in the pants. I like the way it sits. They have a really good attention to detail. I have no doubt in my mind that, you know, Travis Haley working with Safariland is gonna lead to a good product. So that is something that I do appreciate about the whole process, is that it is made with guys that have a good attention to detail. Now, how does it compare to other holsters? Well, let's do a little comfiness check. So we got it on the body, we'll hook it in, we'll see how it conceals against me, and let's see. We'll throw the mag in there. There we go. Now, It's not on a super tight setting on the belt line because I want it to be comfy, but I feel like it conceals pretty well, especially when you're moving. It feels good, that TLR7, you know, it's hard to beat that TLR7 with how short it is. Now let's take these other holsters and we'll toss them on in there. You got the T-Rex Arms holster. All of these holsters I have ran and have put time behind. So it's not just like, oh, he's just willy-nillying this. It's like, no, there is a method to the madness. Now that Surefire X300 does start poking you, but I mean, you do have it's just the nature of the beast. And that's one thing I don't like is the X300, but I do love it. I hate that I have to, like if I wanted to take my 19, I'm rocking it in duty holster, like a Safariland holster, I'd have to take the light off. That's annoying. So something I also, compared to other holsters that the Incog has going for it, is that felt lining, like I said. So it does a good job of just retaining it to your body with friction in itself even better. And then it also kind of acts like a weird sweat guard. Like it does a good job of that too. So it is just even a little bit comfier. But you know, I do also like the T-Rex Arms holster. Like it is feeling pretty good. All right, let's try the LAS. Did you ever think on YouTube you'd be spending this time watching another grown man put things into his pants? A little bit more. There we go. All right. The LAS holster has a tendency to hug closer to my body. That's what it feels like. It's a very nuanced thing comparing holsters because to me it's like they're all just pieces of plastic. Then we got the OG Incog. This is the old school Incog. The one I am nostalgic to. Man, it's comfy. It's comfy, but it has no weapon light fixture. Or to send around. Yeah, it's just like so simplistic. That's why I still love the OG Incog holster. Man, it is so just, it gets the job done. The OG Incog holster, it's a holster that I essentially grew up on with my carrying a firearm concealed. Back in the day, it didn't have an optics cut, so I had to, when I started getting red dots, I had to cut my own little optics cut into it. So when they rolled out the new Incog series, I was pretty excited to see it, and I do like it. Now, time will tell, but I mean, it's a Safariland Halo Strategic crossover, so I think it is quality. Now, I think they're gonna roll out more handgun compatibility with the holster. I really hope they do a Beretta because I want to rock my Langdon 92 in this bad boy. Bad boy counter. But I think it passes the vibe check. I have no idea what they're going for in the current market. I got this for free yet again. It's the Guntuber Blessed Life. It has the option of a side saddle, so you have a nice little wing here. So let's see the footprint here. Man, I do like that they take away, so like on a lot of Glock 17 holsters, there's additional kydex around the end of the barrel. It'll fit the Glock 17. I mean, yeah, there's no light on it and it's just gonna protrude out a little bit. I kind of like that there's no extra plastic in there because the less amount of material going on around my manhood, as long as the weapon is safe, I think it's gonna be a little bit comfier. So I mean, let's try it out. I will say putting the holster on is a little bit more inconvenient because of that felt. It's just a little bit more frictionless. It's really, like, this is all very small details in this grand scheme of things, but it's things that you do notice. So with the Glock 17, we'll throw our mag in there. Yeah, it hugs the body rather nicely. I think it does a good job of concealing. It feels good. If you're a Safariland Haley fanboy, this may be a good go-to for you. So, man, it is something like, whoop, whoop. There has been some stickiness to it. Oh geez, oh God. There has been some angles when I pull out, so if I tighten up the screws to where they should be, there was like this weird, like how my normal angle to grab it, it's like you have to be like more in line with the holster for it to release. I'm having like an idiot stroke trying to explain this. You'll see, if you ever get your hands on, I think you'll see. That's essentially it. It's a very simple video. It's just like, hey, look at the holster. So, complaints I have. So, there are some complaints I do have, and it is the fact that these screws have been coming loose pretty quick. Now, some Loctite I'm sure could fix that up, but that does bug me that I have to even do that in the first place. I wish that was kind of like already solved on the get-go. I mean, it's more so an issue with the optional caddy. So if you take that caddy off, then you'll be A-okay. I predict that they may have some good luck if they go the way of the Botkins, how he had his modular sidecar. I think the way they have it set up, they could do some additional stuff in there with like this wing setup you could screw into, and they can kind of take some pages out of the Botkin book. You can maybe have some tourniquet stuff on you. It's an option. It's an option that you may have. So pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty low down, dirty little look at the new Incog X. I like it. It passes the vibe check. There's some things that do bug me, but overall, I've been rocking it since I got it. I think I've had it for easily over a week now. I've been like just like speed running carrying it. So far, I like it. That's it. It's pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. Hey, gentlemen, if you enjoyed this little look at the Haley Strategic Incog X, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Your comments are a sacrifice to the algorithm god. I really like that, a little Haley Strategic. This was it, really easy, little sexy little look at it, man. It's a cool little holster, I dig it. I like what Haley Strategic usually puts out, so I got nothing else for you. I'll catch you guys later. Man, I can't talk, I'm so sorry, bro. Dude, what the f***? I didn't say that! I didn't do that! How? Every time I'm out here, there's a plane. God. It's like the artist Sun Tzu, he's even flying into the sun. I can't even see him. Oh, there he is, I found him. Which I never have to actually gunpoint anybody, so it's kind of nice. It gets kind of boring. All right, yeah, hold on, let me back up.